Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, hey, yep,
Second.
no worries about it. So yeah, hey, what's up, guys? Thomas, Roger, and Mizuki Aku here today with episode 2 of the cocktail and coffee and cocktail hour, and and this episode is about K-pop.
Yep. Sorry, I'm a bit thrown off. I've literally just got rid of hiccups.
No worries about it. No worries.
Yeah. Um. Yes, it's the K-pop episode. Sorry, my mind is in it now. I
It's
promise.
all right. No worries.
Just to intro K-pop, actually. And yeah,
Yeah,
this I guess is my area of expertise.
it is. Yeah,
So, just to kind of introduce K-pop a bit. Um, it's an industry. It's obviously Korean pop, and sorry, my head is like gone.
no worries about it.
Do you want a intro a bit while my mind?
Of course, yeah. So K-pop is Korean pop. Such group as BTS, Blackpink. Yeah, like some of the Psy with Gangnam Style. And in this episode, we're gonna dive straight into K-pop in this episode, and hopefully this will educate you guys on K-pop a little bit. That Mizuki is it's one of her expertise, and I know a bit of K-pop as well, thanks to Mizuki. And yeah, I appreciate
Introduced you in 2016 to K-pop,
It
I
was
think.
2016, yeah. It was in college, and
After that intro, it probably doesn't sound like it's my area of expertise, but my mind is a bit with it now. Sorry about
no worries
that.
about it. No worries.
If it's thrown off or anything. But yes, K-pop is Korean pop music that comes from South Korea. It's not a genre, it's an common conception. Straight off the bat, do you have any questions about any of it?
Who, me or the audience, if anyone's watching?
Anybody, really? It's more more or
Oh,
less a discussion, so.
yeah, with like comebacks in K-pop, is it like singles for like a UK artist or an American artist, or is it totally different?
For the most part, it is like very, very different the way they release music. What happens is they'll debut and then that'll be with like a mini album. I don't think I've ever seen a K-pop debut with a full album. Anybody watching, please like tell me if I'm wrong and anything like that. That's completely fine. But yeah, they'll after their debut, they will go away for a few months, come up with a new concept, a new track list, and everything like that, and then bring out mini albums until they're like ready. There is no specific time until they have to release an album. But yeah. Any other kind of questions?
Also, with like mini albums and EPs, they're very similar, aren't they? Mini albums and EPs.
Yes, they are pretty much the same thing. They're just called mini albums in Korea because I think it might be to do with the language because they don't have the way their words translate sometimes is very specific. So I guess as an example from Western to Eastern, well, Korea specific, it's like the word mukbang. That's a Korean word, and that translates to something like eating show. So sometimes the translations can be very, very specific to what the thing is, if that makes sense. But in terms of mini albums and EPs, the only Western artist that comes to mind when it comes to EPs that are released in a similar way to K-pop is probably 5 Seconds of Summer, who before Youngblood used to release an EP with every song title that they had for their albums. So She Looks Like Perfect had an EP, Amnesia had an EP, She's Kind of Hot had an EP, and that's the only other kind of Western artist that I've seen do something similar.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else, or should we move on?
I think we should move on. Yeah, to the next segment.
After that mess of an intro, thanks from
no worries
to
about
me.
it.
Yeah.
So the next segment we're going onto is the top 3 artists. So my top 3 artists is Blackpink, BTS, and aespa. I think I'm more of a Blackpink fan than any of the 3. Like, I do love some BTS songs, but I'm not known to all of them. And with aespa, I love the few songs that they put out.
Yeah, I think my favorite from aespa is probably Next Level,
and
then Girls I've repetitively played so much.
Yeah, I'm on the next level. Check it out.
Ready for mine?
Yeah.
For me, my top 3 would have to be BTS, Stray Kids, and TXT. Because I've been listening to K-pop for so long, I've had to kind of go by what I keep playing now instead of the copious amounts that I know. So they're the 3 groups that have been playing repetitively all the time. So top 3 songs?
Yes, 3 songs now. So
yeah.
For me, Permission to Dance, Make It Right by BTS, and Shut Down by Blackpink.
Nice.
Yes.
Good options. Shut Down is a bop.
It is, yeah. Love it.
Permission to Dance is like a right banger.
It is, yeah. It's like, I wonder if it's a K-pop song or like a normal pop song, because they, with Dynamite and Butter as well. Not like, the English speaking songs, it's like, of course it's sung by BTS, but it's fully in English. And
well, I think in my opinion, I would class them as K-pop songs because they're still a K-pop group, and they still come from like a K-pop music label, and they are through and through Korean, all of them. So I'm not saying you have to be Korean to be in a K-pop group, because there are obviously multiple examples of members within groups being other ethnicities, and other races and all that lot, or mixed race even. But yeah, no, they had a lot of pressure from both ends. Like, you had K-pop fans, using air quotes, K-pop fans saying no, they shouldn't be allowed to be classed as K-pop anymore because of the Western audience they now have. And then you had the Western audience saying, like, interviewers and media being like, are BTS going to release an English album? And it's just like, for a long time, RM, the leader and kind of spokesperson for the group, kept saying, no, we're like a K-pop group, we're Korean, we're gonna sing and perform in Korean. So yeah, does that answer the question?
It does, yes. Thank you. Yeah.
And I do want to know,
yeah,
which song you preferred, either Shut Down.
I prefer Shut Down.
That makes sense with it being on the top 3, but
you
can never be too. You can never be too together. No. Shut Down was my favorite as well. Like, Don't get me wrong, Pink Venom was okay. It's just it was a bit mismatched with the
That's
lyrics
true,
to
yeah.
the song. So, yeah. For my top three, I have "I Need You" by BTS, "God's Menu" by Stray Kids, and "Lose a Lover" by TXT. I guess in that kind of top three, "God's Menu" would be probably the most. I don't know how to describe it. Upbeat kind of a song. The other ones are quite emotional ballads, but like "I Need You" represents like my favorite BTS era. "God's Menu" represents what kind of fully sold me becoming a Stray Kids fan, and then "Lose a Lover" is just my favorite TXT song. Like no explanation really needed. So yeah.
Yes.
I do recommend you listen to "God's Menu" though, Roger.
Okay.
Unless you've already listened, I know. But it is very, very good.
I'll have a listen.
But yeah. Any questions about the top three that I've got?
No, not really, no.
No.
Shall we segue on to the next segment?
If you want to, if you're ready to, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like nobody's left any comments, so.
No. It's okay. Old versus new. K-pop. So old. This is a little bit of a meme in the K-pop community. JYP.
We're good at
Jimola. We're good at
Jimola. Iconic. Can't believe JYP turned into a meme.
I know, right? Yeah.
The sad side of memes. Oh, no, I don't know. I find JYP a bit creepy, but yeah, he's also very, very meme-worthy.
Yeah, exactly. He's meme-worthy.
But yeah, we've also got kind of for the older. I should disclose that when we first and second gen K-pop, so for iconicness of old K-pop wave, Shiny are awesome. I recommend everybody listen to Shiny.
Okay.
Like, I don't even know. Shiny's one of those groups that I don't know how to put into a sentence in terms of description because words don't describe enough.
Wow.
They're like really, really good. 2NE1.
Whoa.
Even you know.
Oh my god. They're iconic.
CL is like, she's beautiful. I love her.
Yes, 2NE1 are iconic icons.
There was, I don't even. CL for me is like ultimate kind of. They're not. So anyone definitely aren't my ultimate girl group just because they're not together anymore. But CL is definitely like one of like my top soloists.
Yes.
Because she just releases such good music. So
Gonna segue on to the next one, you know, like she's collaborated with Psy. Hey, where'd you get the body from? Where'd you get the body from?
It's like an official collab though, because like she doesn't have the little feature in, does she?
No, just that bit.
Which is
yeah, Psy is the next.
Yes.
K-pop artist, you know, everyone knows who Psy is with Gangnam Style. You know, it was a massive trend like 2012. You know, everyone.
Psy Gangnam Style was my introduction.
Yeah, I think same me to be honest. You know, like then I listened to Gentleman, and then the Snoop Dogg collab with Hangover. It is.
I know people like say there isn't much like talent in songs that like repeat the same word over and over. That song is like a banger.
So true. So true.
Yes. The next group we've got listed as like a highlight for K-pop would be Big Bang. I
Bang,
love
bang,
Big
bang.
Bang. Yes. Like everybody, if they don't know that, should know that. Such a good song. Did you know? Big Bang, they worked with Skrillex and Diplo back in the day. I think they worked with Diplo.
Yeah.
It was I think CL was part of it as well. But it might not have been Big Bang. It might have just been G Dragon, singularly. But they're like awesome. And then Newest comeback, like, is like amazing. So they've been their first comeback since one of the members was kicked out, and it was amazing. It was purely for the fans because they didn't do any promotion or anything like that, and it was very different for a K-pop group to do that.
Yeah.
To just release the song, not bring out a promote, like not like, you know, do you know what I mean by when I say promotion?
Like promote.
Yeah, when they go on like all like the stage shows and all that lot.
Yeah, interviews and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, they just didn't do any of that, and it was just like, it was like such an emotional song. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
The next person we've got down is Sunmi, which I would kind of put her in release really good music.
Yep.
I think her most famous song would probably be Gashina. Gashina. I don't know if I say that word. But my pronunciation, I try with my pronunciation.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
But yeah, no, that's probably her most famous song. And then before that, she's probably most famous for being part of Wonder Girls. I got written down.
Yep.
And I think Wonder Girl's most famous song would be Nobody or Nobody But You. I don't know what its proper title is, but it's like iconic. And then the last group, if you want to introduce it.
Of course, Girls' Generation.
I love them. They're just like, they are literally just like the reason K-pop is a thing, in my opinion. I don't know if it would be older K-pop groups and that, but for me, when I've looked into the history of K-pop, Girls' Generation, where like K-pop started to pop off like massively.
Yes.
And that's why SM is such a big company now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and moving on to the new.
Esper, you know, like the debut 2 years ago. It's been so quick since then. When the debut with Black Mamba, ba da da mamba da 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 ay 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 ay. Hey.
I love that part.
Yeah, so good in it.
Yeah. You can introduce the next one.
Of course, Blackpink, you know, even though they debuted in 2016, they're still, we think, still new, like, new age. Yeah.
The next group we've got down New Jeans. They debuted this year, and they are amazing. They had a bit of trouble with their company, their management, I guess, because there was just issues with concepts and all that lot, but the group themselves are like very, very good and very talented and are very good at performing, and I cannot get their songs stuck out of my head.
Yeah.
They're very, very good, and the effort they put into their debut as well. Like, they released 3 music videos, like main music videos, for 3 of the songs off of their 4-song mini album. So I think it has 4 songs on it.
Mm-hmm.
For the next group we've got down is NCT.
Yep.
NCT, like, I think they debuted 2015 or 2016. I've got a friend that loves NCT and would kill me for not knowing. But yeah, NCT, their whole thing is they don't have a set amount of members, so people can like be added. And I think this year, to the best of I can remember, the last time I checked how many members NCT has were 25.
That's a lot.
Which I think makes them the biggest K-pop group in terms of amount of members. But they don't always all perform as 25 members because their whole thing is having different subunits, and I used to listen to them a lot more than I do. But the songs like Hot Sauce and Kick It are like the reasons I still kind of listen to them and play the music and stream it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've only heard one NCT song. Like a sticker. Like a sticker.
Oh no. I'm not a big fan. Really.
I love the flute. I'm joking.
I don't. I think it's because they start out with that song, it just tanks the song for me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But they have got other good songs. If you like Sticker, if you're wanting a Sticker-esque song, I guess that's also by NCT. Your best bet.
Yes.
By NCT Dream. It's their Dream subunit. ITZY is also a newer group that's kind of gotten big really quickly. Yeah, their debut song. My mind's on a blank again. Am I gonna have to have a look what their debut song was because I cannot remember for the life of me.
It's okay.
They debuted in 2019 with the song Dalla Dalla, which was a bop. I know I've literally just spaced on the name of the song. But it was like I really, really, and then it was followed by Icy, I believe. I'm not very good with order of songs, like in real terms of release. Oh, someone's commented.
Yes, Teddy's the only one. Hey guys, hello.
Is that an Ed Sheeran profile picture?
Yeah, cheer and fan page. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Teddy. I don't know if that's your actual name, but that's the only word in that.
It's a fan page. Yeah.
It's a fan page. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call him Teddy or them Teddy. I don't know. Genders and all that, so I'll just use them. But yeah, ITZY debuted with Dalla Dalla, and it was a really good. It pretty much paved their career kind of way, like the fact that they were going to be big, and they write songs that are quite uplifting, and positivity and everything like that. So yeah. Do you want to introduce the next group?
80s. What's one of the songs?
Wonderland.
Wonderland. On my way. Now one. That's a song I know from him. On my way.
Say My Name is a really good song as well. Say my name, say my name, say my name. That one.
Say my name. Yeah.
Yep. And then the next group is Enhypen, which I don't know copious amounts of, if that's the right word to use. I don't know loads and loads about them. Their song Drunken Days, they're on most of my. The group are really good with concepts. Very good cinematography in their music videos as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving on to the next group. we've got Kepler, who were created from a survival called Girls Planet. Remember the number that was? But fun fact that I mentioned Hyunin Kai from TXT, his sister called Bahi, if that's how you pronounce her name. It's not. But yeah, no, their song like Wadada was like awesome. Like it was like just a bop.
Yes.
And then for the last group, we've got that kind of as a representative for newer groups would be Astro. For Astro, I've been listening to them since like pre-debut.
Wow.
Because they brought out like this like mini series, like K-drama series, to introduce their group, and it was like so good. It had a lot of like music parts in it, and they're just amazing. And they've had like they've changed within concepts, but still, and it's been quite good and everything. So yeah,
nice.
I think if I was to compare old and new, I would probably pick a mixture of the two, but oldest K-pop songs like a notch above iconicness from certain songs.
Same here.
That are kind of timeless. What about you?
I think same here. Like mixture of old and new a bit. Yeah.
I thought you would lean more towards the newer groups.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you've got like Psy and 21.
Yeah, exactly.
Which probably do kind of make up probably a massive percentage of what represents the older music that I still listen to this day.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm Eileen. I come to the last time, but with a different count. Hope you guys are okay. I'm doing okay, thank you. Hope you are doing well too.
Oh, which comment? Which?
The other Teddy's the only one comment.
Yes.
Yes.
Remember. Well, I hope you're doing okay, Alien.
It is.
I am so bad at pronunciation.
All right. It is a hard name to pronounce. Eileen. Yes.
Well, I hope you're okay as well. I had a bit of a brain fart at the beginning, but I'm slowly getting there.
Yep. It's understandable, you know.
I had like really bad hiccups just before we started, and it like bothered my brain because they're so painful.
Yeah, it's understandable, you know.
So, but no, I'm back in the game.
Back in the
My brain's caught up.
Yeah.
Right, for the next segment, we're on recommendations.
Yes, recommendations.
Yeah, we want to kind of use this kind of time to kind of recommend music to each other. So I know Roger, in the notes we have, structure of conversation.
Yeah.
He picked out a couple of songs that I don't even know.
Yeah.
And then, but we also want to, for me, I know when I listed off mine, it was for people that are only just getting into K-pop or aren't into K-pop, that maybe don't want to just listen. I have got a beat.
Yep.
Song. But yeah. Do you want to go first, Roger?
Okay. Yeah, I'll go first. So, songs that I'd recommend. Forever by Asper. You know, it wasn't a comeback song. It was just like a song which was released out of nowhere, pretty much. It wasn't a Black Mamba or a Next Level or Girls. It was just a song. It was a remake of a song. I'm not too sure what song it's called, but it's such a forever. Yeah, So it's a cute song, I think. Forever by Asper. I recommend that song. And then Yeah 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 by Blackpink. It is on the Born Pink album. It is a really good song, you know. You just say yeah, yeah, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. It's got like 80s beats around it, a bit like The Weeknd, but so good. Yeah. And then the last song I recommend is Cypher Part 4. You know, like the flows in the song. It's like so good, you know.
Yeah. I really, really like that song. My favourite personally is Cypher Part 3, I'm not gonna lie, but Cypher Part 4 came out with Wings album, I believe, and the sounds are like kind of match, like visuals that they did for it matched, but the song itself kind of spiced up the album, which I really loved. So for my 3 recommendations, I've got 80s by Pirate King, because that song is not only like one of the best songs by 80s, but it also is a very good representation a music trend that I really like, when it gets to like what's it called, a drop in a song. It's like a minimal drop, but it like slaps harder. It's like so good. And then for the next one, Flower. I don't know, this song's just iconic in a sense. It was her first comeback since after leaving Cube. It was her first comeback with P Nation. That's Psy's label, if you didn't all know, which is awesome. Unfortunately, Hyuna has actually left P Nation after her last comeback in Nabadada, but the song is like still like a bop. And then Jump by BTS. It's an older BTS song, and it is just very good of like, it's a good representation of when they brought out hip-hop driven music. And it's a good representation of, if you're going to listen to newer BTS songs and then you listen to that one, it's a good way of seeing how much their music has changed, but still good throughout. So yeah.
Yes.
And also, if you guys ever have like K-pop recommendations for us or anything like that, then leave them in the comments, in the chat box, anything like that.
True, yeah.
So it'd be good to hear other people's song recommendations, really.
Yep, it would be.
Open up the conversation to everybody.
Yeah, same here with the audience who's watching.
The next one would be chart music.
Yes.
Or what, not necessarily what's in like official charts, but like what is big on social media or anything like that. A couple of the songs are in the charts. Well, actually, a few of them are in the charts, and they're just kind of really iconic for K-pop itself. So, and they're all newer songs. So.
Yeah. So, Run BTS.
Yes.
Run by the Pool. They are so good.
That came out earlier in the year with their BTS's anthology album. But it recently kind of crept back up in a social media type of way. Like I think I saw it quite a bit on TikTok audio wise because of the release of their dance practice. And it is just like a very good song.
I love it, yeah.
I don't even know, like, it's one of those songs, it's good, but you can't pinpoint which part of the song makes it a very good song. It is just all throughout like a good sounding song as well. For the next song we've got Nude by Gia. It is awesome. That is just my favourite word to describe songs, apparently. Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's G-Idol is one of those groups. They have like a different type of sound than what the kind of go-to K-pop girl group has. Um, and Nude itself kind of breaks down like these expectations that are put on female K-pop idols. Because of Korea being quite a conservative country, they tend to make sure their music videos and topics of songs can most of the time stay quite conservative. So G-Idol bringing out a song where it's just like, yeah, nakedness, quite different, and the song itself is amazing. They sample a classical song. I think it's Carmen, the opera. But it's like really, really, really good. The whole concept's like burlesque type thing. It's like amazing. I really recommend for you to watch it, Roger. It's
Okay,
really, really
I will do. Yeah, after the podcast, maybe I'll watch it.
Yes.
Blackpink Shutdown. You know that's popping off. You know, on I think TikTok and actual charts. You know, like Billboard, world charts. I think excluding US. That's on that charts. I think. Yeah, still going on. Shut down by Blackpink after 2 months of its release. Yeah.
I know for me, I've seen a lot of their concert, like a load of fan concert videos of Blackpink tour that they're on right now. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next song we've got Love Dive by Ivy. I don't know if it's pronounced Ivy or Ive, but I pronounce it Ivy because it just makes sense in my head. But yeah, we've got Love Dive. That's Ivy's debut song from this year. They do have another one called very 80s sounding. Love Dive is a bit more kind of, girl crush pop, I guess, like kind of like Blackpink, but like a couple of years ago Blackpink. And then after that we've got Astronaut by Jin, which sadly is his last project, I guess.
Before he goes to the military.
It was confirmed today that he's going on the 13th of December, which is like 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah, not long.
No. It's just sad, but it has been a long discussion.
Yeah.
Putting it off for a long time. So, but yeah, I think they'll come back anyway.
Yep.
And they're all doing solo projects, so we'll talk more about that after this segment.
Yep.
Next we've got Anti-Fragile by Le Sserafim. I believe Le Sserafim, his, in terms of like new generation Hybe's first girl group. They debuted with Fearless. I'm Fearless, and it was like so good. And then Anti-Fragile was just an awesome song to kind of have a comeback with. Quite kind of hyper girl pop in a way.
Yeah.
And then Maniac by Stray Kids. That kind of popped off everywhere on TikTok. In the K-pop scene. I think it's because of most of the time when I watch reactions of Stray Kids and everything like that, it's because of Felix's deep voice when he's singing. It's like iconic. And then they just have like really good visuals and all that, so yeah.
Nice. And then next is that with Psy featuring Yoongi of BTS. You know, that is still popping off to this day. You know, it released earlier on in the year. the music video is iconic, you know, that I like that I like that da. Yeah, the start of the song, 2022, Sai coming back, so good.
I think it was a really good thing to put that in the song. Good idea. Just because it has been so long since he's had a comeback.
Is it since 2015, 17? I don't know.
I don't know properly. It wasn't New Face. I can't remember, but New Face wasn't.
And also 10 years since Gangnam Style as well. So crazy, isn't it? 10 years ago.
10 years ago, I started listening to K-pop.
Crazy.
I listened to K-pop for a decade. It's a lot to like digest. But yeah, before I have an existential crisis, moving on to the next song.
Drop some money, dropping on my money. Talking. Yeah, Money by Lisa. Still popping off after about a year, I think.
I would say that's the kind of TikTok song of the year.
I think so, yeah.
Everybody and their mother was reacting to that song on TikTok.
Yeah, it's also crazy that La Lisa was the A side and Money was the B side, and Money was more popular than La Lisa, which is crazy.
I don't know if it was like the song Money or the album La Lisa, but it's so good. The next song is like awesome. Again, the word awesome. More by J-Hope. J-Hope is not my bias, but he is definitely my favourite in terms of solo project releases. Like his first album, solo album, Hope World, was like a bop, and it was like very much the sound of J-Hope that we know and that we love and everything. And then with this new album, Jack in the Box, what the album was called, yeah, it was different for J-Hope. Like it had a lot more grungy aspect to it, which was a pleasant surprise, and I loved it. I think it definitely worked. But no, definitely go listen to More by J-Hope, and then also Arso. They're so good. Just listen to the entire album.
Okay, thank you.
So
going on to the current news now, you know, everything to do in K-pop, pretty much. You know, as Mizuki said earlier with Jin, he's going to the military in a couple of weeks, and then the rest of the members will go to the military as well. Not too sure when the rest of them, but yeah, it is sad that BTS, that of all the things that they've done for South Korea, and yeah, but
yeah. But yeah, all we know really is that they're all planning to finish their military collectively by 2025. I think that's what it said in the statement.
yeah.
That their next coming together thing will be 2025. But yeah, like it's definitely gonna be weird to not hear BTS music coming out like yearly.
Yeah.
Or
multiple times a year.
I mean, I've been listening to BTS every year since like 2014.
Well, that's crazy.
So it's gonna be very weird, but I support my boys.
Of course, yeah.
So, and I'm sorry, but Jin's gonna walk into that military base and be like, "Hi, I am worldwide handsome. You can all just fall in love with me now." So, go him.
Yep.
For the next one, it's trigger warnings about SA and everything like that. Omega X, if people haven't heard, It came out that they were being mistreated by management and staff of the company, and then it further was came out that they had been getting essayed um by staffs and all that lot. And then the latest in the news that I've heard within the last week was that they have like usable evidence that of what's happened to them, which means they will be able to kind of try and get the company done for what they've done. I guess repercussions for their actions and everything. But on the brighter side, they have got the rights to their group name and their fandom name, I believe. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so hopefully they will carry on making music only if they're like comfortable to. It's fully understandable if they're like they have too much trauma to continue, but supporting support from us. I know obviously support from us won't do anything or mean much, but yeah. Support victims, all that lot, always. And also, just to add, if anybody who ever listens, even if they're not listening right now, is affected by anything like that, like within this story, we have links to like support sites for these kind of issues and everything. So they're going to be in the description box. I think they're already in the description box.
Yep, they are, yep.
Awesome. So yes, don't ever be scared to reach out or anything like that. And yes.
Yes. So moving on to a more positive one. BTS is nominated for 2 Grammy Awards in the 2023 Grammy Awards. Yep. They are nominated, well, this is a collab song for Pop Duo Group Performance for My Universe with Coldplay and BTS. Which is amazing. Just like the other years, that they're being nominated in the same category with Dynamite and Butter, but they didn't win. And then nominated for a music video as well. I believe it's for, what's that song from the anthology album?
Yeah.
Is it the best, most beautiful?
Most beautiful moment.
Yeah, I believe it's for that music video that it's nominated for.
So, to be fair, it is a beautiful music video. So. Yeah.
So hopefully they win one. Hopefully.
Yes. I will be surprised if they don't.
True. As previous
this point,
years.
they're not everywhere.
Yep.
And if the industry as a whole cannot recognise that, then screw them. I didn't swear this time, but screw them.
Screw them. Yes.
Yeah. For the next one, a lot of our news stories. YG has the people that are behind Jenny's, which kind of confirms that they are. Again, we're not gonna go into like the dating part, like the rumor part of it, because they're human, they're adults. If they're gonna date, they're gonna date. It's nobody else's business, unless they make it other people's business. But then it's like not fair if we have an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, YG are doing the right thing and suing people for a breach of privacy, which is great to see, because in the past YG has very much ignored problems or scandals or issues. So yes.
Yeah.
And then moving on, HYBE have, or at least more specifically HYBE Labels Japan, have debuted their first J-pop group. and it is amazing. Under My Skin, it's a well, the group's called Anteam and the song's called Under My Skin, and it's a very much the music video itself is very it has a very nice kind of, it looks like you're watching a film kind of thing. And then the song itself is like really emotional, beautiful, and it hits you in all the emo feels and everything like that. So yeah.
Yes. And then Jungkook's World Cup song Dreamers. You know, we know that Jungkook performed at the opening ceremony at the World Cup as well, performing Dreamers as well, which I think I've seen a little clip. It was pretty amazing, you know.
Yeah.
For the
I
World
think
Cup.
it's a very, very good opportunity for a K-pop idol to I don't necessarily agree with FIFA in the World Cup and where it is.
Yeah.
I can't speak on every problem that is with the World Cup being in Qatar and it being controlled by FIFA and all that lot, but a lot of the kind of LGBTQIA plus representation having to be stripped away because of the country is like not okay, and I definitely do not support stuff that things that do that, and people that do that, it's not fair. It's like being gay, it's not a choice.
So true.
So
yeah.
the fact that you're like you stripping a representation of like that minority is just not okay. And again, we have the Trevor project. It's like a link to the Trevor project below
in the description. Yeah.
If you're needing like education or anything like that, then people use the links, everything. So
hey, K-pop Asia worldwide. Hope you're doing okay.
Hi. I noticed like you subscribed a while ago, to be fair.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, by the way.
Appreciate it. You know, as we're talking about K-pop this episode, you know, amazing.
I think that was the last story.
Yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah, you know.
But do you want to move on to the outro? Have you got anything to add, or
you know, hope you guys, if you guys not educated with K-pop, hopefully this episode's educated you with some K-pop bands. Hey, thank you, K-pop Asia worldwide. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Been a fan of Thomas' channel.
Thomas Roger.
Thank you so much.
Next week's episode we'll talk a lot about.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Tune in next week.
Yeah.
Not next week, yeah.
Yeah.
The week after. My mind is not with it at all.
No worries.
But yeah. Also, if you think we missed anything, any kind of, then we also revisit some episodes in the future. Yeah, just like drop a comment being like, oh, revisit this or talk about this kind of thing.
Yeah. Also, K-pop Asia worldwide, what are your favorite K-pop like acts, groups or soloists? Would love to know.
Anything you want us to know about K-pop.
Yeah, your name literally says K-pop and the episode's about K-pop, so love to hear it just before we get going. It's crazy, we've got 5 viewers now. You know, thank you for everyone who's watched this podcast or will watch it afterwards. You know, we appreciate a lot, you know, your comments, your time, and just listening to us, just talking about things that we love.
I've no idea about K-pop. I still listen to most of it. If you're going to be talking about Ed sometime in the future, I'll be next week. We kind of use episode 1 as an introduction to us, and then
exactly.
going more into our specifics. So this one was my specific. Next week's
Yep.
Roger.
2 weeks. It's all right.
2 weeks. Sorry. Oh, it's because I watch a lot of YouTube that just.
Yeah.
That's why my mind goes to that. I'll try be here next time on time. Don't worry about it being here on time, and still
Yeah.
urge you to still comment and stuff. Even if you're watching. Because obviously time zones, it's late. Yeah, it's like 8 p.m. Don't worry about catching it on time. But yeah, you can still comment and stuff. We will.
Bye.
If you have any questions, we can always answer in the episode and all that lot. So.
Yeah, but you know, the stream will be up on YouTube straight after this, I believe. Yeah, so you can rewatch it anytime. Anytime, yeah, you know. Well, thank you. I appreciate that you're a fan of my channel for the ed stuff, you know, and, you know, literally doing a podcast with you, Mizuki, which we talk about all sorts, which I love, you know. I'm educated as well, and I think you'll be educated hopefully next week in 2 weeks on the UK episode as well.
And for Aline, if you are wanting K-pop, we have playlists that we create for each episode. That has like a lot of really good records. So yes, and also for K-pop Asia, worldwide. Like, if you're wanting to see if any of your favorites are in there, then check it out. If you're needing some more recommendations, I recommend.
Also, that we know that Permission to Dance and Make It Right are both co-written by Ed Sheeran, you know.
Yes.
Thank you. No
You're
worries.
welcome.
You're welcome. So,
I don't want to end the episode.
I don't want to either.
I'll check it out, even though I've been in K-pop since. That's how long I've been listening to BTS, since 2014. So.
Yeah. I don't want to end the stream yet. You know, this is. I
want to carry on talking to people. I love it.
This is a time where, you know, just to interact with the audience a little bit. You know, any questions you want to ask, you know. Yeah.
If you've missed anything that we've spoken about, or if you can think of anything that we may have spoken about that you want us to mention again, or anything that you want us to talk about, just drop a comment.
Yes. Though I know there's a little stream delay, which is a bit annoying, but
yeah,
we'll stick around.
We'll have to do a test stream to see if it runs faster on mine.
Yeah.
I think that might be a good idea. We'll look into it. If the delay ever bugs anyone, please do not be afraid to mention it. Obviously, in a positive, we don't want any hate in our comment section at all.
Yep. You know, we're new to this podcast thing, aren't we? So
definitely.
There's only our
the brain frazzle I had earlier makes it so obvious.
Yeah. It's alright. No worries about it.
Yeah.
Even though you had a little slip up, it's alright. We all slip up on things.
Thankfully, it was just kind of spacing on what to say, you know? So, yeah. I think that might be it for comments.
I think so.
Should we end it here?
I think so, yeah. So, any more questions? A couple more minutes. I think that's it,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. It was really, really nice to have like a conversation of sorts with you guys. Please come back for the next episode. Ed Sheeran and like the UK music scene and everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So bring your questions, your favorite, everything that you can think of. And we'll have fun
Oh yeah.
and party. So
yeah. Take care, everyone. Shouts to everyone who's listened. Excited for the next Road to Subtract. Thank you so much for the Road to Subtracts. Sorry, I'm yeah, of course I do the Road to Subtracts every weekend pretty much, and the podcast every 2 weeks on a Thursday with Mizuki. Thank you.
Starting at 8.
Yeah, starting at 8 p.m. UK time. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Shoutouts to Teddy's the Only One, K-Pop Asia Worldwide, and everyone who's listened to the stream live or afterwards.
My mum. My mum will listen to them. Shout out to my mum. Go Mama Mizuki.
Yep.
So, thanks guys for watching.
Thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate it a lot.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.